Universitas Nusantara, PGRI Kediri. Secondly, shout out to the committees because we all know that today's situation has been tough for all of us. We can't do our activities outside and we can't have an offline meeting. But thankfully, the committees remain to keep it up and manage this competition so we can still participate in this event well. Well, mental health issues are still rarely considered in Indonesia. People seem consider a mental health as a taboo. In fact, mental health is a crucial thing to be understood and pay attention to. Mental health should be treated as how we treat our physical health. Because if mental health is not be treated well, it can cause a condition called mental illness. If it is not taken seriously, it can cause quality physical health, interfere with productivity and activities, even can make people suffering from mental illness commit to harm self. Worse, committed to ending his or her life. Based on research by University of Gajah Mada, about 6.2% teenagers are depressed. The depression can be caused by various factors. But in general, depression is started by a stress and anxious in a long period of time. Suicidologists stated that 4.2% student in Indonesia and 6.9% college student have had a suicidal thought. The other 3% have attempted suicide. It indicates that depression is super important to be considered. And this is our responsibility to shout it out loud and speak up about the importance of the mental health issues. Moreover, many of the sufferers are the youth, which we know that younger generation is our future's leader that will continue to achieve nation's objectives. There are a lot of things that we can do to take a part to this issue. If you see someone you know, seem depressed, please help them. Ask them about their condition, give them a hand and embrace them. Because most of people who are depressed need some more affection. If it doesn't work, ask the professionals for the hands. But if you were one of them, or if you're suffering this kind of circumstances, be brave, stay strong, and stay alive, because that's what matters. Ask for help and go to the professional if your depression is not recovering. Your mental health is really important. Other than that, I have one more solution for those who are suffering a depression. And the solution is to seek distraction and be productive. So you can reduce your stressness and anxiousness in a positive way and beneficial for yourself. One of the example is to improve your English skill. Given that Indonesia will be facing a globalization era and a golden year of Indonesia in 2045, it's not wrong if we take steps to deepen our English, I suppose. Besides being able to heal your feelings of anxiety and stress, you can also do positive things that can have a good impact for your future in order to face the golden year of Indonesia. So in my opinion, English will be the most important fundamental thing we should have. But unfortunately, I frequently see my peers saying that learning English is so boring. Also, there are boundaries for those who want to learn English, such as the English course is cost a lot of money, hard to learn, and sometimes the environment that seems not to be supportive. So I came up with the idea to learn English by optimizing social media called Discord. By optimizing this platform, we can reduce our expenses because no money needed. We only need an internet connection and a device. I believe it can be useful for people to improve their English skills. So basically, Discord is a platform such as Line, WhatsApp, and any other similar platforms. Its main function is to connect people through the internet. Previously, Discord was mostly used for gamers to play games, but during pandemic, this platform is become more popular and can be used for socializing or learning languages. It has a voice chat room where we can communicate orally, or it has a text chat if we want to communicate in a text form. And by creating this server also, we can be socializing, get in touch, and get acquainted with each other through the platform. Other than that, it can bring together some experts and beginners to the platform, and they can help each other to improve their English skill. So it will be so beneficial for people who want to seek friends or English-speaking partner. To join the server is so easy. Just in just install the Discord on Windows, Apple Store, or Play Store and join the server using the link or the barcode. So here's the barcode that you can scan or a link that you can use to join the Discord server. I'm gonna send you to the chat. All right. So the Discord server that I'm talking about called Ngobrol Inggris. I made this server as a place for people to have fun while improving their English. So the learning process is like having a casual conversation together. So it's not going to be as boring as learning English in a class. In the platform, there are roles that people should take. There are beginners, intermediates, advanced, and native. The role is used for considering their English level in order to spot who needs more guidance and who's not. Discord is easy to use, so everybody with various backgrounds can use it and join it. So without any further ado, go check the server and install Discord to improve your English skill and to face the golden year of Indonesia. Before I end this speech, I just want to say that be aware of the mental health issue. If you were suffering this issue, it's okay to be not okay. And please don't suffer alone and love yourself. So that is all from me. I hope by this idea, we can improve our English skill together to have a good ability in speaking, listening, writing, and so on. And it can also distract your feeling of depression and stressness. Thank you so much for your attention. See you and have a good one. Now go back to the master of ceremony.
Okay, that's a wonderful speech from the first finalist. Okay, now it's time for the judges to give input or question to the finalists. For the judges, time is yours.
Okay, who first then? Hello.
Hello.
Okay,
Okay, can I ask a
Solicit.
question, Mas? What is his name? Himawan. Okay.
Himawan.
Mas Himawan Rahardika. Okay. Do you always use Discord in improving your English?
Yeah, I do. Actually, Discord is one of the platform that I use to improve my speaking skills, especially like in Discord also the server, using the internet, we can connect people worldwide. So sometimes I meet native speaker and like I ask to the native speaker to correcting my English, and it's gonna, help me to improve, because by learning English in a casual way, it can, yeah, it's really fit with my, what is it, behavior and personality. Yeah.
Okay. Do you also socialize Discord to your classmates or friends in your campus?
Unfortunately, most of my friends are not using Discord. Discord is still like an underrated, what is it, kind of platform in Indonesia, I suppose. I'm not really sure. I didn't do research about it, but yeah, but like most of my peers and like so by this idea, I want to like, let the people know that Discord is exist, and by Discord it can also help you to improve your English skill. Yeah.
Okay, what do you think you can do in order that people or students can use Discord easily?
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the question?
What do you think you can do to help people to use Discord in order that they can also improve their English, especially students?
Oh, what can I do? Discord is actually a platform like exist in 2008, and it also use an internet. So I think it'll be really, me as a millennials, I feel like I'm really fit with the platform. So I think like any other peers that are also millennials, or maybe like any other people, they can use English. And I think how do I do to let people know how to use Discord is like let them know how to install it, and then do a promotion to my friends through the Instagram story or like through the WhatsApp, and share the link or like the barcode that I have to join the Discord. Yeah, so.
Okay, so there are many advantages of using Discord. So I think you can socialize this to your friends or classmates, especially, and also other people or other students worldwide. Using, for example, giving tutorial through YouTube, showing your manual, for example. Yeah, it will help a lot. Thank you so much. That's my question.
Thank you, Dr. Sulis, for the advice.
My pleasure.
Okay, how about the other judges? We can ask.
Good evening. Good day, Omi. Okay, then I think that will be me then. Okay. Mas Himawan,
Yes.
can you hear me? Okay then. All right. I would like to ask you about why do you want to join in this competition?
Why do I want to join this competition? First of all, I want to, my goals is literally like, I want to speak in English effortlessly. Like I'm speaking it without any boundaries. Cause I'm like, while I'm talking in English, I'm still like, translating in my mind. And like, I'm still struggling with that. Maybe most of the people saying that, oh, you're already fluent. Why you want to keep improving your English? Because, like learning is no limitation. There's no limitation in learning thing. And by joining this competition, I also want to let people know, all the finalists or any other participants, the comedies, to let them know that you can improve your English skill in a free platform called Discord. So I want to let them know about that also. Yeah.
Okay, then that's very good. Then. Actually, that this will be the next level if you are thinking about, we call it automacy. When you are learning in English, when you don't think in Indonesian and straight away in English, so we call it automacy. That will be your next level if you keep practicing. And remember though, the way how to talk. Don't think in English in Indonesian because you are talking in English, right? So you must switch off your Indonesian, so that will be automatically the English will come out. That is the way. So your brain is not really tiring all the time to translate in Indonesian and in English. We call it automacy. Okay,
Yeah.
I think that's all for me. Thank you, Mas Iwaman.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Agung.
Okay, maybe you can ask question or give something. That's all for the judges. Okay, so let's move to the second finalist, Agadata from Universitas Negeri Surabaya with the subtheme education, and the topic is what is the difference about wisdom and intelligence? Okay, you have maximum 10 minutes to speech, and now time is yours.
Hello.
Agadata, you can start the speech.
Okay. Thank you so much for the time, the honorable audience, and competition organizing committee. Committee of Speech Competitions, University of Kediri. My name is Agarata. I am from University State of Surabaya, major in English Education Department. Today I want to talk about the difference between wisdom and intelligence as the basis for acting and making decisions. I think it's so important for us as a student to have not only wide knowledge but also a wisdom to act wisely before we decide to do something. Globalization brings many impacts and a lot of change so that there is complexity in the modern era as is today. Science and knowledge are developing rapidly accompanied by technological development. This thing will open a window to see the wider world. Ease of accessing knowledge is one of the factors for a significant change. Many sources of this knowledge affect the way people think, analyzing, responding to think, and making decisions. Having this knowledge is not enough to be a successful person in all aspects of life. It takes a wisdom to use knowledge to be implemented in real life. As students, we exactly need to know what is the difference between both intelligence and wisdom. As we know that a person can be diligent without being wise, but there is no person who cannot be wise without having significant intelligence. This is proven by the leader maxim being quoted as being intelligent is knowing that tomato is a fruit, but being wise is knowing that not to put a tomato fruit in salad. This proverb meaning that the knowledge currently applied is wisdom. Although tomato is a fruit, it will not taste good in fruit salad. A knowledge without a wisdom is like tree without a fruit, only because the measure of wisdom has not been put into it in proper proportions for its growth. Intelligence and wisdom are two sides of a similar coin, namely our mental ability to succeed and live in the world. Another example, being intelligent is knowing and realizing that your voice is wrong. But being wise is keep your mouth shut, sharp and shut. Now, let's figure out what are the differences between wisdom and intelligence. From its definition, intelligence is the ability that allows the individuals to think logically, to conceptualize, and to abstract from reality. Whereas wisdom is the ability that enables the individuals to grasp human nature, which operates on the principle of contradiction, paradox, and change. Knowledge is the acquisition of information, while wisdom is knowing and having experience as to how to use that information. Without intelligence, we will not able to advance knowledge, and without wisdom, we will not able to use that knowledge to make decisions that promote the welfare of others. Why do we need wisdom to make a right decision? It's because wisdom has been created by our experience. Experience is a teacher who teaches many things, both process and results in the form of success or failure. Because of wisdom is knowing the right thing and do it in the right way at the right time, it will lead us to make a great decision, avoid the risk. Wisdom is not about making a right decision, but also leading us to act as we should. Wisdom teaches us how to realize that people, relationships, and giving back matter and shall always be considered in all of our decisions. When we act wisely, we will be able to learn from differences. And now, through education, wisdom can be born and grow. Not only in school learning, but also into self-learning, which contributes to wisdom as does formal education. And one thing that can be learned through education is knowing the correlation between wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom is enhanced by knowledge, but wisdom is also the ability to use knowledge in practical and productive manner. In education, we can get knowledge from books, videos, classroom lectures, and editing. Whereas we can get wisdom through the value of tasks, interact with other peers. It even could come for ourselves. Wisdom cannot be acquired and applied without knowledge. But knowledge is not necessarily guided or enhanced by wisdom. The ability to balance the intelligence and policy will help us become the good students, carefully in analyzing, and become good decision makers. That's why intelligence and wisdom can affect human on acting and making decisions. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for the speech. And now it's time for the judges to give some input or give a question to the participant. Time is yours.
I need to ask Mbak Agadata ya. Okay. Well, okay. Can you please tell me about the rules of family here? Because that your, what is it? Your topic is the difference between wisdom and also intelligence as the basis for acting and making decision. Well, can you please explain to me what do you think about the family background? Do you think that this is one of the factors that can affect how to create or how to make a policy makers, because that this is related with the wisdom that we have here. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for your time. Let me answer the question. I think the family is the first factors for the children to act wisely, to get the knowledge about wisdom, because I think family is the first place for the children to adapt before they face the real circumstances. And I think family, especially parents, have the important important role to build their children character. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, committee.
Hello, committee. We
Hello.
cannot hear you at all. The committee.
Are you there? Okay, maybe any question from Pak Agung or maybe Bu Sulis while waiting for the committee's back.
Yeah, I'm back now already. It's Baga. Baga, can you hear me, Baga?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Baga. When you are preparing this contest, what are actually the difficulties that you face during the preparation?
Okay, I will answer your question. Thank you for the question and thank you for the answer. The most difficult part during preparing this speech competition is the first is making the script. I need to observe. I need to read many journals to find the. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yep, yep.
Yes,
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Clearly.
Okay. So the most difficult part before preparing this speech competition is making the script because I need to observe and I need to learn the many things in journal, in book to make the script. So I will so I can understand well about my script about everything I've written in my script. So yeah, the difficult part before I preparing during I prepare this competition is making script.
Okay, so what you are saying is written is more difficult than oral then. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you, Mbak Aga.
Okay, Mbak Aga, simple question from me, please. Mbak Aga, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. What most motivates you? What is the most significant thing that motivates you to join the speech contest?
Okay, thank you for the question and thank you for the time. The most thing that motivates me to join this competition is I want to learn more about public speaking, about how to speak in public, and I want to know about many things about the topics that the committee have for us to prepare the speech. And the second is money. I need money if I win. Yeah, so to be honest, I need money, so I joined this competition. Besides, I want mm, to improve my speaking skills and public speaking skills. And then I want to gain more knowledge by joining this competition.
Okay, so there are a lot of benefits of joining the speech contest. Yeah, especially your public speaking skills and then your knowledge, because you have to search the relevant issue, relevant topics, yeah, the content that easy to deliver, yeah, fits the topic and so on. And besides that, also money. A good idea, Mbak Aka. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Uh,
much.
Thanks for all the judges and finalists. So let's move to the third finalist, Zerlinda Putri from Universitas Meskur Buana Yogyakarta, which subtheme is politics, and the topic is women can make better presidents or prime minister. Okay, you have maximum 10 minutes to deliver your speech. For Zerlinda Putri, time is yours.
Okay, first I would like to do a mic check. Can you guys hear me?
yes, very clearly.
Okay.
Yes, it's
So good morning, the honorable educators, the honorable audience of this occasion. First, before I deliver my speech, I would like to praise women for their multitasking skills, for being a mother, being a care woman, and also being a good life caretaker. I would like to say thank you for your existence and I would like to praise you. And then the honorable educators, today my topic is about to come from another hand, come from another strange women in golden years. I would like to deliver my topic first from the historical point of view, from historical perspective, that we knew in Indonesia, there is a woman fighter for gender equality. It's Raden Ajeng Kartini. As we knew that Raden Ajeng Kartini is fighting for women equality, and yeah, she's doing great with that. She's facing so many obstacles for society judgment, love of unwritten ethnic that she faces. And another perspective that I will deliver is from the Simone de Beauvoir. I read her book, The Second Sex, and in her book, Simone Beauvoir delivers that in old monarchy political era, women is only seen as a worm, or we knew that the world think that society is sufficient enough to judge women. It was what she said in her book. And this is relate to our culture that in Japanese, we think that wong wedok kuwi kudu ayu, wong lanang kuwi kudu gagah. We knew that women need to be feminine and men need to be masculine. This was the imprisoned mindset that making the box of gender. There is box of gender for women and there is box of gender for men. And a question may be appearing in your head. Is women good enough to compare a man? Well, I need to answer yes. Because first of all, we see that women is facing so many obstacles for seeing as equal. She is facing obstacles, society judgment, the law of unwritten ethnic. As I state in Japanese, women need to be feminine. Women need to be a good mother, a good caretaker of a family. Women need to be a good wife. After that, women can think of herself. There is a prioritize in her life. Women doesn't have that golden spoon where man, in the old historical perspective, man can pursue what is his dreaming. Man is having that golden spoon, while women are not. Also, women is facing the obstacles or being a good mother, being a good woman first for her family. After that, women can women can maybe catch her dream. This was related to me. I born in a Chinese family, and my grandmother and my grandfather say that I only need a great education, a high education level, just to having a good man. This is the mindset that I think it's totally wrong. And I try to prove them that I can make a good grade just to make myself equal. I can be a good woman, an independent woman. And facing the nowadays fact that we knew women is equal. We see that in New Zealand, the Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, is making a good policy there. She can make a good policy. She can make a good policy, a good policy maker. Because what? New Zealand is making the top 20 country in the OECD review that in New Zealand, people are having better life index than here. This is the improve of a woman. This is the woman making a policy. Women can make it. And then as we know, in Indonesia, we have our ex Prime Minister, Mrs. Susi Pujiastuti, as the Maritime and Fisheries Minister. That we knew, Mrs. Susi Pujiastuti wants to say the famous word, drown that ship, no illegal fisheries. That was very, very good policy to make Indonesia maritime increasing their income. Also, Mrs. Susi Pujiastuti is improving the law of UU number 45, chapter 76A in year of 2009, no illegal fisheries, and increasing Indonesia maritime income in 2012 for the fishermen and for maritime potential. So, did, did we face that? Why women can do better? Why? First of all, I say that women has a depth understanding sense. Women is multitasking. She can be a mother. She can be a career woman. She can be she can influence people. And then women has a lot of responsibilities. As we knew that society is judging women need to be a good mother, judging women need to be a good caretaker. That was we facing nowadays. We're facing that women need to struggle with that before she pursue her dreams. And then I say yes, every woman can make a better policy. As we know, maybe in your family, maybe in your small classes, you make a good policy for your students, for your children. This is a change that women can improve. Start from a small things, it's family, it's classes. And then, yeah, for the big things, the right women, as Mrs. Susi Puji Astuti, proved that women can make a better change. Women can be a good policymaker too. Also, I found the fact on HBR, Harvard Business Review, and foxu.org that in surveys, including men and women is having better skills for multitasking and leadership. That was, I think, is amazing from a woman. I think that not all of men can do that because she's so amazing. And then related to facing the golden years of Indonesia, what solution can I offer? Well, as a woman, I can offer an educational solution and also a political policy that arranging solution on policy that is raising the issues of culture and holistic approach to increase an open people mindset that English is fundamental. As we're facing the golden years now, we're facing globalization. Everything is global. I want to make the world new that smart is not only defined by math. Smart is also English. English is fundamental to deliver all of your needs to the world. It was connecting language. This is the ability of women that I knew. And I believe that was this is amazing. Not all of people can reach that state of mind. This is just critical thinking that women can observe from her obstacles that she's need to be seen as good as a woman in her family. She's only seen as a mother, as a woman. Then now she can improve it. She can make a proof that herself is equal. And then I state that Indonesia need to take men and women more equal, not only just to give a change by maybe a few part of women, but Indonesia need to give a change for every woman to improving their skills. Maybe we knew that in Indonesia, just only a few women can sit in the politic chairs. I think this is a wrong mindset that Indonesia still have, and also the mindset that woman is need to prioritize her family first before her career. Well, as I knew that women can do multitasking, so why don't you trust women to do anything? It's new thinking of level that I knew this would help us to developing our country to face the golden years. Everyone can have a change, not only men. And I think that's enough for my speech today. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy my speech. Thank you.
Okay, that's a great speech from Berlinda Putri. Okay, now times for the judges to give some input or question to the finalists. For the judges, time's yours.
Mbak Zerlinda Putri, okay.
Yes.
May I ask you some questions? Well, I think it's a very great, topic to talk about a woman, because I'm also a woman, yeah. Well, can you please tell me, why do you think that, suppose that you are so, proud of Mrs. Susi, yeah? I think so. Yeah, because that every examples that you make is related with her. Okay, can you please tell me about the woman? Do you think that it is very important for Indonesian women, especially, yeah, for having good quality in education? What I mean is that, do you think that the woman here in our country, especially in maybe, yeah, in Javanese, maybe, yeah, for Javanese women, have good education, especially for when they are married, and why is it so? Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to deliver the fact first from my small neighborhood that
Okay.
I see many married women there is not having a good education level. So Yeah, they just sat and they just born to raise only a family. They just born to facing that, yeah, you need to be only a good mother. You need to prioritize your family first, rather than I ask them, like, do you have any dream? Then she just say that I have a dream to do my own independent job as a woman, to be a career woman. This is the
Mhm.
fact that I can't ignore them. I mean, every woman needs to be on good education. So there is no, we can decrease the cases of women abuse. We can decrease the cases of women that being abandoned by men. Women need to be independent for build a family. This is the fact that I need to deliver to you, miss. So yeah, I think women need good education for building a family.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's very interesting. Okay. Thank you, Mbak Zerlinda.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hmm.
Then maybe the other judges, you can give some input for the question.
Okay. Okay, then I think I'll ask questions. Mbak Jarinda, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you clearly.
Okay then. As you know, the role of woman is changing. Okay. That is, I think, that's if we are talking about Western culture as well, the role of women is changing, means wants to be equal with the man. According to you, what are the advantages and disadvantages of being equal between men and women then? Can you
Uh,
tell us, please?
I'm sorry, sir. Can you repeat? I don't hear your question clearly.
Okay, the role of women is changing, right?
Right?
And one of the word is equalization, because men want to be equal. Can you explain to us about the advantages and disadvantages of being equal between men and women?
Oh yeah, of course. Thank you for your question. Well, I need to explain why women need to be equal as a man, because first is the law of human being. I mean, like the law of the same gender that we develop as a human act and law, that man and women are just human beings. As a human being, they deserve the same recognition. Not only just man to have a golden spoon, but also a woman to be independent and just be same as a man. That is the mindset that all of the world needs to know. Not only just to judge women for being a good caretaker of a family, but also judge women for, yeah, she can do that. She's not only just a woman, but she is woman. She can do everything, the same as man. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. That's all from me.
Okay, I think it's my turn, Mbak Zerlinda. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, clearly.
Okay, I agree that the roles of women are changing today, but it is a fact that many people, especially in Indonesia, still prefer men to be the leader, for example, as a president or in a small scales in uh, neighborhoods. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
sometimes women are not preferred to be the leader. Yeah, what do you think of this? What should women do? What should people know about this inequality that still exists in our country?
Yeah. Thank you for your interesting question, ma'am. So, for what people should do is start by a small community, ma'am. I mean, like the women in that small community, in your classes, maybe, in your family, maybe. People need to know that they can have a change to speak their minds, and change to state what they want. The first step of recognizing women as just same as equal as a man, they can be a good leader too, is just give them a change. Well, maybe us here, as the one of participant of this speech, after this speech, I would like to be the agent of change. I would like to give society knowledge that yeah, women can have a change. Even it's hard, I would like to start a small step for myself that I can give women a change. I can give myself a change. I can give another woman a change for prove them that women can do that. A small things called change is giving a big effects on women, ma'am. And I think that's the first step that we need to recognize that change that women will have it too. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your explanation, Mbak Serlinda. Agree with you.
Okay, thank for the judges and the analysts. Now let's move to the next finalist. With subtheme is social, and the topic is, should university-bound students be required to take a gap year before continuing their studies? Okay, for the fourth finalist, Ramadan from Polytechnic Negeri Batam. The next 10 minutes are yours.
All right, thank you, committee. Is my voice clear?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Honorable judges, wonderful committee, and respected audience who's watching. Hello there. I'm Ramadan, a college student at the State Polytechnic of Batam. First of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty God for its blessing and grace, so we could meet virtually in a good condition. Secondly, I'd like to thank all of the judges and all of the committee that has given me this very special opportunity to compete in this contest. Now, I would like to deliver my speech about, should university-bound students be required to take a gap year before continuing their studies? Ladies and gentlemen, a university-bound student is a term that usually refers to a group of students that have finished their high schools and supposedly continue their education journey to a higher level, which is going to a college or university. In this phase, some graduated high school students didn't continue their education journey and choose to take a gap year. According to Kudzi and Bester, 2009, in their journal adaptation titled The Possible Value of a Gap Year, a case study, it is said that the gap year, a growing trend in the career development of young people in the Western world, conventionally occurs when they travel and work internationally, gaining experience in the global village before returning to their country of origin and starting their careers. Piddock 2004 in Kudzi and Bester 2009 also said the traditional definition of a gap year refers to 1 year taken off by young people between school and university to explore the world and career opportunities. So, should university-bound students be required to take a gap year before continuing their studies? The answer is no. In my opinion, graduated high school students better continue their education journey to a higher level right away if they can. This is because if they finish their education until at least a diploma or bachelor degree, they will have a better opportunity to be employed by a company to work. And they can also have a better position in that company according to their diploma or bachelor degree background. That means they can also have a better salary that will be used to fulfill their own needs in life. But then, why are there still university-bound students taking a gap year? Ladies and gentlemen, we know that in our social life, not all people have the same wealth as us. I thank God because I can continue my education journey to a higher level right after I have graduated from high school. But in certain conditions, some people can continue their education journey to a higher level because of their economic factors. So, if they choose to take a gap year because they can continue their education journey to a higher level, is there anything they can do while taking a gap year? The answer is yes. While taking a gap year and preparing to continue their education journey to a higher level in the upcoming year, several steps they can do. There are, first, going to work. If the student wants to continue their education journey to a higher level, but can't do it due to the economic vector that can't support them, of course, they have to repair their economic fracture first by working. By doing this, they can earn and save some money to continue their education journey to a higher level later. Second, developing their English skills. Ladies and gentlemen, according to Psychiatric adaptation titled Importance of English Communication Skills, it is said that English is an acknowledged passport to better education and employment opportunities. The English language plays a crucial role to weave the world into a single thread. English has a status of a second language in almost all the countries where it is not the first language. To acquire a simple language for day-to-day communication is the main aim of learning any language. Knowing that English is an acknowledged passport to better education and employment opportunities that develop their English skills. In the future golden years of Indonesia, I believe English will become much more used as a language internationally. It can be seen from our current moment of life, where every international projects and work use English as their language to communicate. Therefore, developing their English skills while taking a gap year is a very important thing for them to do. Third, join webinars and workshops. The students who are taking a gap year can also use this opportunity to develop their soft skills and increase their knowledge by joining webinars and workshops. There are so many kinds of webinars and workshops they can join. Considering this as their preparation to continue their education to a higher level, of course, joining webinars and workshops is a good thing to do while they're taking a gap year. So, ladies and gentlemen, as a conclusion for my speech, if I was asked, should university-bound students be required to take a gap year before continuing their studies? Then my answer is no. As I have said earlier, in my opinion, graduated high school students better continue their education journey to a higher level right away if they can. This is because If they finish their education until at least a diploma or bachelor degree, they will have a better opportunity to be employed by a company to work. And they can also have a better position in that company according to their diploma or bachelor degree background. Unless the students can continue their education journey to a higher level because of their economic factors. And this also brings us to a question about if they choose to take a gap year because they can continue their education journey to a higher level, is there anything they can do while taking a gap year? Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, while taking a gap year and preparing to continue their education journey to a higher level in the upcoming year, several steps they can do. There are going to work, developing their English skills, and joining webinars and workshops. Finally, to end this speech, I'm sorry if there are any mistakes. And also, I would like to say, we live in a social life where every people have a different wealth, education degree, the capability of doing something, and many others. So, if there is still a student who's taking a gap year, we have to support and encourage them to do positive things such as I have mentioned earlier, so that they can come back and continue their education journey to a higher level and make them more ready to face the future golden years of Indonesia. Because as the quote say, social good is what brings peace to family and society. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attention. Hope you can find something new from it. I give it back to the committee. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the wonderful speech from Ramadan. And now it's time for the judges to give some input, or you can ask some questions to the finalists. Thank you.
Okay, then that will be me. Mas Ramadan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Clearly.
Okay. You've been talking about education. So according to you, how important education for the young generations? Thank you.
All right. Thank you for the questions. Well, in response to that, I think it is very important for the young generations because as we all know that nowadays companies search for an employee that have at least a diploma or bachelor degree. And this means if the students taking a gap year but then didn't continue their education journey to a higher level, it will be hard for them to find jobs later. And that is a higher level, not to mention about the elementary school, about the junior high school, and also the senior high school. So that's why education is a very important thing for the younger generation nowadays. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all from me.
Okay, Mas Ramadan, I have a question for you. Okay, can you please tell me whether in Batam is also many students maybe are not interested in what is it studying? For example, what I mean is that is there any of students drop out? Yes. Okay. Can you please tell me what is your suggestion for the student or maybe for those who are dropouts before finishing their study, whether it is in high school or maybe in university, because there are some here, and including also maybe in our university also some students are having such kind of maybe incident. I don't know how should I call it. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
questions. So according to the dropout, I think in response to that, we have to see from their perspective, like, I mean, what is the reason that they choose to be dropped out? Like there are, if as I have known that dropout can be from two reasons. It is either academic their academic factors is not good, and also they have a broken home situations, which is I suggest that we need to listen to them first, and then we should provide and support them about what they need so they can continue their education journey again to a higher level. And also, usually in the elementary schools or senior high schools and junior high schools, the most factors, I mean like the most high factor for them that drop out is because of the economic factors. As we all know that not all people have the same wealth as us, and Indonesia also have so many what is it called, so many environment that didn't really accelerate in their education and also economics. So I think we need to listen to them first, and also we need to provide what they need in order to them to continue their education, even though they already dropped out before. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Enough committee from me?
Okay, Mas Ramadan, I think I also have a question for you. Mas Ramadan, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there any research giving information about the main factors of students who drop out or not continuing to higher education?
All right, thank you. Well, in my research, I actually do research about the gap year, but I didn't really do the research about the how many students that are drop out from their school or university. But I also have the research about another factor that make a student wants to take a gap year. And I think this could be also the reasons that the people choose to take a gap year, and also make them didn't really want to continue their education journey to a higher level right away. And it is basically most of my friends who has taken a gap year before entering college or university and say that they take a gap year because of their economic factor. But another factor that can also be a reason for them to take a gap year is because they want to take some rest first before continuing their education to a higher level. And they could also be preparing for a scholarship that will give them a way to continue their education to a higher level in a college or university outside of their country. And can also be that they want to work first and save enough money, and that they will continue their education journey to a higher level. And that's basically the research I've done about the factor of why the students wants to take a gap year. Thank you.
Okay, so it is especially because of economic factor. Okay, what do you think the government should do to anticipate this kind of problems, Mas Ramadan?
All right, thank you, ma'am. So the government can do several steps. Actually, I say that I will thank the Ministry of Education in Indonesia, because knowing in the situation of COVID-19 pandemic, which needs to have all students do the education through online, they provide a free internet quota for us to access the education platform. And that is one way. Maybe that was a small step, but from that small step, we can see the impact that all students can access the education through online now with the free quota. And I hope that these steps can improve into another kinds of step, maybe like giving a free internet quota for like 2 months, or maybe giving like free laptop for the students who have achievements, and many more. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mas Ramadan, for the information.
Okay, thanks for the judges. Finally, we can go to the last finalists. That's Randy Panca from UPN Jawa Timur with the subject technology, and the topic is, will technology reduce or increase human employment opportunities? Okay, for the next 10 minutes are yours.
Okay, thank you. Hello everyone. Before I start, I'd like to ask one question. How do you explain things that don't go as we assume, such as becoming nothing in the future, job losses, poor English skills, or perhaps being replaced by, robots? Ooh. Well, the future of technology is not as scary as you think. Worrying too much makes you easily distracted. Fear of the future prevents you from seeing the golden opportunities that exist. To prepare for the future, all you have to do is focus. My name is Randy Pancawitanako. I'm from University of Pembangunan Nasional East Java. And today, I would like to talk about how does technology change our lives. Technology has become an integral part of daily life. It is one of the key elements of human survival because it can make our life better and easier, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. But no, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm sick of it. Anyway, currently, the development of technology in various fields of life has been very rapid. As a developing country, Indonesia also feels the impact of this development advancement. Many people believe that the technology will eventually replace humans, but the others argue that technology cannot do many of the jobs that humans do. The reason for this is that technology constantly performing repetitions and comprehension tests and has no ability to think for itself. It is entirely dependent on a software program. So, is it true that technology will replace humans or even eliminate human jobs in the future? Well, fortunately, the answer is no. Humans and technology will go hand in hand like a symbiosis in need of each other. Technology, like it's a kind of uh, in technology have a more advantage over humans in many aspects, but it is still humans who control all of these technologies. This means that technology will be replace many of the jobs and replaced by robots. But relax, however, more new jobs will also emerge because of these developments. So back then, employees were so tough that their future would have no room at humans at work. Machines were taking over, and their jobs becoming less valuable every day. So we need to step outside of our comfort zone in order to grow. While getting to the next level may not be easy, but you need to focus on the process of what it takes to be successful. The one who has a strong responsibilities is the one who will succeed. You know, the best thing we can do to adapt to the future of work is to learn new things that will be in demand in the future. Life sometimes feel like a fight. The punches, jabs, and hits will come in form of challenge, obstacles, and failures. Yet if you stay in rings and learn from those past fights, at the end of each round, you will be still standing. Well, your future is being determined by you right now, depending on what choices you make. Do something that your future self will thank you for. A great nation is a nation that can appreciate its history, but a brilliant nation is a nation that wants to keep learning and be recognized by the world. In order to get there, we need to be able to understand the world. People all over the world are being connected by technology. What do you think makes them understand to each other? Right, a language. Which language is that? We all agree that English is an international language that helped us a lot. By learning English, we will be more observant in seeing the development of times, especially in the international world. So we can have a broad insight. In fact, the sort of technology that we use is from Western countries where they use English. So technology that operates today is also generally uses English for its operation. So we, as users alone, must be able at least to master English passively when operating the technologies we use properly and correctly later. So as we know, all of the software that we use in laptop, computer, ranging guidebooks, how to use, etc., almost all use English. So if our English is poor, we will definitely become one step slower to mastering that software. Due to the importance of the use of the English in many aspects of technology, we are obliged to learn and familiarize ourselves. Well, what I try to say, uh, you know, persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you're forced to give up. Don't be afraid of new arenas. I hope you guys enjoyed my speech, and I know I've made a ton of mistakes, but then again, I'm only human. And like Elon Musk said, I could either watch it happen or be part of it. Thank you for your attention. See you next time.
Okay, well, Mas Randy, well, I think I do agree with you, but I have a questions. Well, suppose that some Indonesian people, because that we living in Indonesia, yeah. Can you please tell me what will happen when they do not maybe we call it master about the technology? What happened, do you think, when they do not master about the technology at all? Yeah.
Well, thank you for the question, ma'am. In my opinion, when people can't uh, mastering the technology like we do now, it's like it will be like our parents, they can't do many things about their cell phone. Like they always ask us to, kid, how do you this, how do you that, how do you think this, how do you do that? Like it will be more, come negative things than a positive, but it's still you can still live uh, with that behavior. But in order to face the golden years of Indonesia, you need to learn new things that correlates with the technology. So Indonesia will become will live as a developing country and become a modern country like big nation America and the other one. I think that's all.
Okay, suppose then when there are a group of maybe people, especially in the suburb, for example, yeah, what happened to them?
Sorry.
Or maybe you have a maybe suggestion for them.
Sorry for what?
For the suburb people.
Oh,
You know
you
what I
oh
mean?
stop it.
Yeah, suburb people. Sometimes that they do not think about the technology, and the most important thing that they can what is it, go on their life, then they have to think about what they will eat tomorrow and so on. But can you please tell me, or maybe you have any suggestion for them in order that they want to learn, or maybe they want to what is it, master about the technology that you think it's very important, especially in to face in the golden years for our country, not only in our country but in this world. Okay, maybe you have some important suggestion for them.
Okay. For me, why is they become like that? I think it is because of many factors like their family background or their educational background. It is because they're too lazy or something like that. I think they should, everything is back to yourself. If you want to be something like a successful person, you must step outside of your comfort zone. It's you know it's back to it's back to yourself to but the government is also have the role of that. Like now in nowadays, it's a lot of English course, free English course. Like if you know Aaron English, he's open the English course just by WhatsApp application. Like you can learn English anywhere and anytime. It's just it's very efficient and practical. So I mean it's useless if there's so many ways to learn, but if yourself doesn't want to step outside of your comfort zone, it's very hard, man. I think that's all.
No, the problem is not because they do not want to change, but the problem is the facilities. So do you have any suggestion to that?
So for the facilities itself, we can ask for the all the people to open the kitabisa.com to take getting more money for them, maybe to give them maybe a proper cell phone so they can use it to learn English and learn technology more proper. But after we give it to them, we don't just leave it alone. We should give advice and teach them how to use it. So they will use it not the wrong way, but they use it like as what we assume to do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, that's me. Hi, Randy.
Hello, Mr. Aigun.
Okay, then. When you are talking about technology now, okay, what thing that cannot be replaced by technology when you are learn language?
Okay, what place that cannot be replaced? I think obviously the place is cannot be replaced is the controller, controller of these technologies. Of course, these technologies will not work without a man behind it. So obviously the controller is can't replaced by the technologies, and the CEO, the voices cannot be replaced because they are the mastermind behind all of the company and yeah, the work they lead them, and I think that's all.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes we are thinking about when you are learning language from a robot, so you will speak like robot though, because basically language is not only language itself, but related as a human, we are as a humans. So this kind of thing that is worries me or most of educators when we are learning from robots, we become a robot. So anyway, that is still worrying us. Okay, anyway, thank you, Mas Randy. That's
Okay,
all from me. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Unmute Bu Sulis. Bu Sulis, unmute yours.
Sorry, forget. Yeah, continuing Pak Agung's question, yeah, comparing with robots and humans language. What do you think we should do, Mas Randy, to make our language is not robots, but we have to retain our human characteristics?
So yeah, for the human characteristic, human and robots are two different entities. Like that's why we use programming language to communicate with robots. We use English. Why we use English? Eh, have you imagined if we use Spanish, French, we use in a programming language? The people like us in the nation can't do many things about programming language, made a application, web, and kind of like any kind of that. So the characteristic uh, between human and robots are definitely different. So we use English language to communicate. Fortunately, I am from the faculty of computer, so I understand a little bit basic of coding, so I understand why English is so important to communicate between human and the robots because different character.
Yeah, can you suggest how to plan in order that we can learn language from robots, but we have to perform human characteristics, for example, what is it, gestures, and also facial expressions, and also attitudes, how to language from robot.
Okay, for performing a human, human gesture on the robots, we use English. Like I just said, we use programming language that we use. In coding, we use like if else, like if the robots do this, then nah, the robots also just work with the programming language that we put on the application, like NetBeans, Java, and Python. That's all that controlling them to moving and giving such like a gesture like humans.
Okay, thank you, Mas Randy.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you for the finalists and for the judges. And now we complete the final for the speech contest today. So thank you for the excellent performance of the 5 finalists who have tried their best, and also the judges who have judged very well. And after this, for all of the finalists, please, you can go back to the main room, and that's all for me as your MC for today. If there's any words or any action that's bad for you, I do apologize. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ya, langsung balik nanti.
Sudah ya? I think all participants already out. Sulis, Bu Dewi.
Iya, iya.
Kayaknya sudah semua ya. Ini sudah keluar ya si peserta.
Sudah.
Oke.
Sudah, tinggal panitia dan kita. Bagaimana?
Mungkin saya dulu ya, yang nanti yang banyak bicara-bicara. Jadi kalau saya itu kan the first one itu Himawan, kemudian yang kedua Ramadan, ketiga Randy, baru keempat Aga dan Zerinda yang terakhir. Kalau punyanya yang lain gimana? Atau kita diskusi satu-satu atau semua dulu diflorkan, nanti kita diskusi satu persatu gitu. Kalau saya tadi seperti itu. Mungkin kalau Bu Dewi apa, Bu Sulis apa gitu, atau satu-satu dulu. Enaknya gimana? Kalau satu Himawan setuju semua misalnya seperti itu atau
saya yang
enaknya?
satu Himawan, Pak.
Oke, sama. Bu Sulis
Ya, Himawan.
setuju? Oke, berarti satu ya. Oke, skornya perlu Mbak Panitia nanti including the score atau enggak ketika ngomongnya? Oke, so ya udah saya tulis di sini ya.
Saya kira skornya nanti saja.
Ini sekarang ya Bu. Jadi nanti langsung dikumpulkan. Itu enggak? Atau kita gimana? Skornya soalnya tambahan dari Anda, kita bertiga maksudnya. Kita bertiga
Saya
kan
Himawan
ditambah-tambahkan.
95. Total Himawan saya 95.
Itu ya Mbak.
94.
Nanti per juri ya, kemudian totalnya gitu ya. Bentar, saya tulisnya. Oke. Himawan. Itu saya tak copy aja. Dewi, Bu Sulis, saya. Bu Dewi tadi 95 ya.
Saya 95.
Bu Sulis berapa?
94.
94. Kemudian saya samanya 90. Ya. Terus yang kedua ada
Pak Agung berapa?
90.
90.
Saya tak range 10 tadi. Soalnya tak range 10 gitu.
Ya, ya.
Enggak apa-apa nanti total loh.
Iya,
Ya, enggak apa-apa.
Yang penting konsekuensi toh. Anunya itu apa? Penilaian nanti. Yang kedua ini Ramadan. Gimana? Ada ide yang lain atau tidak?
Saya yang kedua Zerlinda.
Oh, Yerlinda, malah saya terakhir tuh Yerlinda itu. Kalau Bu Dewi siapa?
Bu Dewi.
Saya kok ya juga Ramadan ya.
Ramadan tinggi. Dia kan yang dari Batam tadi loh, ya kan jelas
Apa
pronunciation-nya.
nanti di kota yang anu gimana?
Mana Bu Sulis?
Gimana?
Saya
kalau saya Ramadan.
Kalau saya juga Ramadan.
Beda boleh, beda boleh.
Kalau saya boleh kan, ya.
Ya kalau beda berarti kan dia kita nilai
iya,
maksudnya nanti berarti jumlah lagi
Jumlah, ya.
Gini aja Pak Agung, Bu Sulis, gimana kalau langsung kita diskusikan saja, nanti malah kalau diberi ini panitia.
Ya itu loh maksud saya langsung jadi aja.
Alasan saya memilih Ramadan kenapa? Karena topiknya itu mungkin lebih, maksudnya bukan lebih bagus tidak, tapi masuk gitu ke ininya. Kemudian juga ada ekspresinya dia bagus, maksudnya komunikatif gitu, maksudnya itu.
Ya,
itu kalau saya.
Kalau saya juga di situ ya, natural.
Terus banyak data-data yang pendukungnya ada. Itu kalau saya. Tapi boleh beda nggak apa-apa.
Tadi Yerlinda itu yang nggak ada kameranya ya?
Iya, Zerlinda minus kamera, cuman topiknya menurutku sangat berbobot gitu. Memang kita tidak bisa melihat ekspresinya sih.
Zerlinda ada toh?
Nggak ada, kameranya off.
Off tadi.
Loh, saya kok ada ya?
Nggak ada di tempatku.
Yang tidak ada ininya, apa namanya? Backgroundnya kalau di saya tadi?
Enggak on off, banyak off-nya Bu.
Atau mungkin juga nggak tahu saya, tapi di saya tadi ada. Karena saya pin ada.
Kalau saya Ramadan tadi pronunciation-nya lebih jelas, kemudian dia ngomongnya kan tertata ya, meskipun agak kalem ya, memang kan itu pembawaan ya, bukan kalem karena dia tidak bisa. Slow-nya itu karena memang kalau menurut saya.
Begini, karena kita hanya bertiga, yang dominan Ramadan ya Ramadan gitu aja loh.
Nah, ya wes, berarti penilaiannya gimana? Ayo.
Biar cepat ini.
Ya, oke.
Penilaian Ramadan, Bu.
Saya Ramadan 90.
Bu Sulis.
88.
Agung?
84.
84.
Ya.
Wajah jenengan ketok separuh tok lho.
Ya aku nulis iki masalah Bu.
Wah, aku ya nulis.
Lah aku nulis sing cedeke panitia ditagih pro ya aku. Aku ning kampus ya.
Lah aku ya iso langsung nak foto kena.
Yuk terus orang
Ya,
ketiga.
terus ya. Saya ketiga Randy.
Sebentar, boleh tidak ada nanti antara lomba yang benar kita menentukan pemenangnya ini ada enggak pertimbangan lain, mungkin satu kampus ada yang 2 kemarin saya lupa saya melihatnya.
Tidak ada.
Ada enggak?
Enggak
Nggak
ada
ada ya?
Pokoknya kita
Semua
melihat
kok.
performan aja enggak ada apa.
Performan nggak usah itu.
Iya, enggak usah mikir.
Enggak, maksud saya sampai ke situ apa tidak gitu loh. Maksudnya
nggak
panitia
usah.
ada pertimbangan situ atau tidak? Enggak ya?
Berarti biar panitia yang mikir.
Iya, tapi kan
mikir
kalau
aja.
nilainya jauh kan nggak bisa ujuk-ujuk dimenangkan, gitu kan nggak bisa. Dalam tanda kutip maksudnya berarti free gitu loh kita.
Ya,
Ya.
free aja.
Saya yang ketiga Randy.
Ya sama berarti saya juga Randy. Sulis.
Randy 85 saya.
Saya tahu nilai saya. Bu Sulis saya dulu.
Saya yang ketiga. Ya, Randy juga.
Oke, deal. Skor baru
86.
sekarang. Cek Bu Dewi dulu, tak urut nih masalah ini.
85 karena saya selanjutnya saya buat 55
Ya,
Pak tadi.
85. Bu Sulis?
86.
86. Saya Randy 84. Yuk, nomor 4. Saya Agan.
Aga.
Agan kok Agan. Agan Pak Banjir. Ya, Aga Bu Dewi.
Yang keempat siapa itu jenenge? Data. Data.
Ya, Aga data sama. Ya,
Aga
oke,
data.
deal. Nilai.
Nilainya saya 84.
84. Bu Sulis
85.
85. Saya 80. Yuk, belasan berarti biar Linda.
Linda saya 83.
Berapa? 83. Bu Sulis?
Saya tadi kan karena saya tempatkan di nomor 2 ya tadi. Di bawahnya Himawan. Jadi 91. 90.
Itu wakil gak aneh. Dijumlah dengan wakil berarti kan bisa munggah. 90. Jumlahnya kira. Anybody can help me, Mas Indra? Ayo, coba.
Agung piro aja Linda?
78. Tapi tak jumlahnya antara 4 dan 5 nanti tambah ya 84 plus 85 plus 80. Oh wait.
Ini larung enek kanune lho apa nih jenenge? Aku tak tulis tangan.
Ya sama, makanya dia tulis tangan. Waduh lho. Ya, 84 plus 85 plus 80. Sama. Kok? Berapa? 249 dan 249 ya. Oke, yuk next. 83 90 78. Berapa?
78.
Ya.
251.
2. Loh, ya kan? Lebih tinggi loh malah dari Linda.
Siapa? Sebenarnya
Lindanya.
dari Linda itu tidak jelek-jelek amat tidak sih Pak menurut saya. Bagus
Lancar,
dia
lancar,
dari lancar,
berbobot,
fluensinya
iya,
bagus, ininya bagus.
fluency
Tapi
banget.
itu tapi juga apa ya? Sebenarnya bagus juga materinya, namun hanya mungkin terlalu sedikit, juga terlalu mungkin kameranya yang sering off itu mungkin ya itu juga
Ya,
salah satu ini
kamera.
karena kita harus
Terus piye
on
iki?
cam
Ayo,
gitu.
ayo.
Tapi
Aku
frankly
manut
speaking
aku.
dari Linda itu sebenarnya bagus menurut saya.
Lah,
Materinya
ya
dia
iya,
luas loh walaupun sedikit.
Lah ya saya manut ini. Apa diubah? Apa dinaikkan?
Monggo.
Ya sesuai jumlah itu toh.
Ya ya berarti dinaikkan ya.
Diikuti.
Nah, ya berarti tak unggah nih gitu loh. Oke. Berarti ini yang nomor 5 si Aga ya.
Akhirnya siapa?
Oke, saya laporkan ke panitia ya ini. Saya baca lagi ya. Oke.
Jangan diumumkan dulu di anu dulu Pak. Berapa?
Oh, ya
yang
mesti itu
akhirnya
urusannya.
siapa?
Ya mesti urusannya panitia. Iki loh jenengan karo Bu Sulis rungokno tak bacane sebelum saya kasihkan panitia. Ya. Oke.
Ya.
Yang pertama adalah Himawan, Bu Dewi 95, Bu Sulis 94, saya 90. Kemudian yang kedua Ramadan, Bu Dewi 90, Bu Sulis 88, saya 86. Yang ketiga Randy, Bu Dewi 85, Bu Sulis 86, saya 84. Kemudian yang keempat, nah ini kan Dear Linda jadinya, Bu Dewi 83, Bu Sulis 90, saya 78. Kemudian yang kelima itu Aga Data, Bu Dewi 84, Bu Sulis 85, saya 80. Ya, oke?
Oke.
Oke, deal saya kasihkan ke panitia.
Ya.
Oke, saya reportnya ke siapa nih? Sini saya jelaskan dulu tulisannya jelek. The writing jeleknya ini ya hasilnya ya. Jadi ini tadi jelaskan Aga Data ya. Jadi duanya Imam Ramadan, 3 Randy, nah keempatnya baru Yelinda. Soalnya tadi ada diskusi antara Yelinda dan oke. Ya. Ini di total Anda. Ya. Total.
Judges.
Ya. Sebentar, judges. Nanti ini yang umpan panitia atau juri? Panitia yang mengumumkan. Oke, wes beres berarti.
Ngobrol weekend ya.
Sorry, apa?
Ngobrol weekend.
Weekend ya. Mungkin saya akan ke Lembah Peri-Peri lagi aja lah. Lembah Peri-Peri.
Ngendi.
Nah, ya kemarin loh yang saya dengan Hector saya kemarin ketika dulu ketika ada KKN yang di Silopanggung Bu, pernah dengar toh makamnya si itu Bu Siko? Tan Malaka.
Ya.
Nah, kan ruame toh itu. Nah, kalau nanti Anda itu ke Silopanggung ledok ke bawah terus wah bahaya tapi naik mobil kudu naik sepeda motor. Terus ada jurang gini-gini. Kemudian sampai jalan itu akhir, kalau Anda turn right ke kanan itu ke Tan Malaka, saya yang ke kiri. Itu nanti ada namanya Lembah Peri-Peri, itu ada waterfall yang kecil lah, kemudian kita di sungai. Sungai Kedak itu loh. Wah, bening enak. Wah.
Pak Agung, banyak pengunjung.
Nah, kalau minggu biasanya lumayan banyak ya, bukan banyak tapi lumayan. Karena memang agak sulit, Bu.
Wisata ya?
Iya,
tapi
memang
sulit.
Sulit betul. Harus lanjut dengan gak wani lek numpak sepeda motor dhewe. Gak wani, ngeri.
Sulit wanine.
Ya, betul ya Pak Nasir itu sing gonceng ahli we, racing we.
Gak rono mlaku.
Waduh, Bu.
Ayo mlaku kemo.
Ngliwati hotel Silopanggung itu masih terus sebelum Pinus tapi belok ke kanannya.
Oh.
Pokoknya arah ada tulisannya kok. Watu Jagur, kemudian Tan Malaka itu nanti sak belokan.
Oh, Tan Malaka ning kono to.
Iya.
Lah wong ngendi to wi?
Nah, Sumatera tuh kemarin mau ngendi nggak? Ini kayak salah Bang Blitar ya Tan Malaka.
Lah kok dikubur ning Kediri wong Sumatera.
Wah, nah berarti dengan mau contohnya kudu sejarahnya itu. Teko Pak sapa? Sejarahnya sapa? Pak. Sejarahnya
Kuwi
sapa
kan
sejarahnya?
anu to. Zamane Jenderal Sudirman gitu.
Iya, barang kae. Zamane PKI barang kae. Yang pertama tapi pemberontakan PKI yang pertama dan yang lain-lain Tan Malaka. Ya makanya itu ramai Bu dulu. Nah keluarganya Sumatera dulu itu mau memindahkan makam itu. Jadi datang 3 bis. Ya ternyata kan nggak boleh sama orang Kediri. Karena itu merupakan suatu apa malih. Jadi kayak kayak kok museum loh, apa namanya Bu? Ya sejarah malah
prasasti.
Kayak prasasti nggak boleh dipindah-pindah.
Soalnya perjuangannya di sini.
Meninggalnya di situ ya wis ben gitu. Akhirnya kan seperti itu. Nah, batu jagur itu batu yang besar Bu. Mungkin kalau segedung tingkat 3 lah anunya, gedenya itu. Nah, ya biasanya bisa menek-menek seperti itu. Tapi harus hati-hati, misalnya hujan-hujan kan licin. Di tengah sawah gitu batunya itu. Saya juga ketika bimbing dulu tahunya. Dan orang-orang bawah itu yang namanya Selopanggung Ledok tadi ngambilnya air masih dari sungai. Makanya dulu KKN itu ketika di sana itu membuat penjernihan air. Karena airnya itu ngambilnya dari sungai, tapi justru ketika hujan airnya banyak tapi coklat warnanya. Tapi ketika kemarau airnya agak sedikit tapi bau bening. Kalau kemaraunya panjang kering, nah itu. Lumayan lah enak tempatnya. Tapi ya itu harus berani sepeda motor. Karena kiri itu sudah jurang, maksudnya jurang ada pohon-pohonnya ya. Jatuh pun nyangsang sebetulnya. Tapi bagus kan untuk anak kecil bebas bermain dengan alam. Kalau Dewi kemana besok?
Besok saya di rumah.
Di rumah. Minggu.
Saya juga seperti biasa bersih-bersih rumah.
Bersih-bersih rumah. Olahraga berarti.
Saya kalau minggu Pak banyak menghabiskan waktu bersama anak-anak.
Iya itu. Saya juga
karena Senin sampai Jumat sudah tidak pernah di rumah.
Betul lah ya. Saya pun juga begitu akhirnya ya tak kayak keluar. Atau renang di Brigif.
Kalau itu sudah sering. Saya kalau renang, kalau lari-lari sudah, maksudnya.
Kemana Bu? Jenengan kalau renang kemana biasanya?
Di Brigif.
Saya jarang ketemu ya.
Saya kira tahu renang aku.
Renangnya tengah malam Mbak ya.
Kemarin kan hari Senin ke sana, ternyata kan ditutup.
Biasanya pagi Pak.
Pagi. Senin ke sana ditutup sampai jam ada acara soalnya sampai sore. Akhirnya saya renang di dekat Pak Hartono. Bayarnya cuma 5.000 ternyata. 6.000 sorry.
Iya.
Di sebelah mananya rumah ya?
Bukan, jenengan kalau Pak Hartono ke utara kan ada pom bensin tuh Bu. Nah itu sebelah pom bensin pas. Tapi kotor di sana Bu, agak kotor. Tapi cuman mereka tidak main kaporit. Jadi ke mata tidak panas gitu Pak wes. Keunggulannya loh ya. Keunggulannya airnya tidak pakai kaporit, jadi tidak pedes ke mata itu. Cuman ya agak kotor gitu. Beda dengan yang di Brigif kan. Sana kan dibersihkan terus, sandal aja dicopot di sana.